Hey, Aoiyo back, and I actually want to start it off back where, where Celeste trips, and I want to see what happens if I don't help her out. Okay, maybe it was a fog, maybe the darkness, maybe something else. Either way, we were lost. Yeah, yada yada yada, we read all this before. Yeah, oh, here we go. I nearly tripped over Celeste when she fell over. And no. She took her hand and she shook her She shook her head and got to her feet. The ground was getting muddy. It was getting even mistier. Well, if not for the flashlight, I wouldn't have any idea who she was. I recognize that oh, that's it. Again, I had the feeling that something was watching me. My gut was screaming at me that something, somewhere, was wrong. I realized the sound from earlier was back, softer but still present. I started looking around, panicking. Did a head count. More accurately, a silhouette count. Me, Celeste walking beside me, Darren in the lead, Michael to the left. Who the heck was the guy besides Michael? I quickened my pace. I thought about shouting out, but was worried. If I did, maybe the thing would turn around and jump Michael or something. I don't know what to do. I ran my fingers along a knife I brought from camp, and the cabin appeared out of nowhere. The mist was starting to disintegrate around us. It was easier to make out who everyone was now. I looked to the thing next to Michael. She looked just like Celeste. The thing next to me leaned in front of me. Leaned. Someone forgot to add a space there. It wasn't Celeste. Yay! Okay, that creepy face still appears, but nothing special. I should have ran or screamed, but my body was clenching up for no reason. The thing turned and walked into the mist. Oh, don't mind me. I caught up with the others as they entered the cabin, practically in tears. They couldn't find the car and were arguing about where we... Okay, so we still got a good glance at that creepy ass looking face. Oh dear. Knock knock. It followed us here. Okay, we read this. Let's get the show on the road. Shoot, he will kill us. Wait, what? Shoot, he will kill us? Shoot him? Huh? What? Shoot, just shoot now. What? Where'd I get a gun? I was just spamming Z. Where'd I get a gun? Nobody said a word for what felt like an hour. Finally, Michael walked slowly towards the door and opened it. What they saw sent them all into shock. Whoa, it was Joe. The Joe inside the cabin started laughing. Huh? What? Silently at first, then louder and louder until everyone had to cover their ears. That was when everyone realized they had made a mistake. The Joe outside the door was the real Joe. Oh, how did what? What? Okay, maybe I was supposed to help Celeste up? Okay. Alrighty then. I got another bad ending. Yippee. Okay, 1 second. Okay, we're back to where we were previously, where everything starts flipping out. Ooh. Hey buddy, how you feeling? Can't get up. Okay, so let's head on over to the bed, and this time let's do the right thing and go out the door. I couldn't take it anymore, I had to lie down. I couldn't sleep, and I couldn't even if I could, I just wanted to rest. I wanted for the world to stop spinning. I looked out the window. And that's Sai? That looks like Sai. There was someone in the tree. I stared back, not able to register what was going on. I quickly pulled the blinds down. Good choice. Celeste came through the door. She looked pale and disheveled. I dragged her to the bed and laid her down. She was gasping for air as if something was suffocating her. Eventually her breathing became regular. I asked where the others were. She shrugged. The room had stopped spinning a bit, but I felt far from good. I'll go look around, wait here. Where's everyone? Suddenly a voice could be heard from the locked door. What was worse, though, was that it was Celeste's voice. Let me in! Let me in! God, let me in there! I immediately pulled my knife and placed it at the Celeste lying in the bed. Her eyes grew wide with shock and alarm, but they could have been fake. What are you doing? No, I'm the real one! The one out there, that's the imposter! I was kind of in a trance, unsure what to do and staring down at her. Maybe I would have stabbed her if the voice at the door hadn't changed to some low, deep, guttural voice. Well, maybe that thing's balls dropped. And became high-pitched like a little girl's. And someone kicked them in the nuts after they dropped. Yeah, that's the logical reasoning behind that. I pulled my knife away. I snapped out of the trance. Now the nausea was returning. I got the door and opened it. There was nothing there but a trail of black liquid. Okay, let's follow it this time. Suddenly I got this feeling that it might not be the best idea to go outside. Go outside! The thing was nowhere to be seen. Just as I was turning around, I took a look at the roof. There it was. It was close to the corner, about to turn. It looked like an albino male with really long limbs. He had fingers instead of toes, and all 20 of them were elongated. He was facing away from me. Suddenly the head swiveled 180 degrees and stared at me. I started choking up, as if suffocating. It was hard to breathe. The thing opened its mouth slowly and deliberately. I thought it was going to devour me when its tongue snaked out. On the tip of the tongue was my face, like a tumor. Eyes closed up, lips upturned into some psycho smile. There's a legend somewhere when you see a doppelganger, you die. I thought of that legend. But then the creature rounded the corner, and it was gone. I lost it and followed, vision hazy. My heartbeat suddenly seemed ear-splittingly to me. I was stumbling because my legs seemed unable to coordinate. Suddenly I was stumbling forward and toppled down. Once I lay there face down in the grass, my body just seemed to shut down. I couldn't move. I couldn't even turn my head. There was something dripping on my back. My eyelids seemed heavy and started closing of their own accords. I saw white feet with long fingers and toes step into view. Oh, you're a goner. Oh, you are a goner. Creepy face. My eyes opened. Celeste was shaking me. She was on the brink of tears and her voice was cracking. Get up! Get up! That bastard was in your skin! What? My head hurt. I was about to ask her what happened when she started pulling me backwards towards the door. We toppled out and stumbled towards Darren's car, which was parked in a different location from what I remembered. I was glad to be alive. The mist had stopped completely. Celeste was downright crying now. Ooh, safety? Civilization? Booze? She pushed me into the back seat. That's when I noticed. I was wearing different clothes from when I lost consciousness. Michael was there, huddled up and face buried in his knees. Some clothes, stained with blood, were beside him. They were mine. Darren immediately stepped on the pedal, but nothing happened. He swore and did it again. I noticed that Celeste was armed with a shotgun from the cabin. I asked them what was going on. The thing joined us. He looked like you. We got out of the house and found the car. We were halfway down the road. Then Michael started screaming. I looked at Michael. He had a glazed-over look in his eyes. The thing burst out of your clothes and jumped out of the car. Michael and the shotgun. He was firing out the window. We saw the thing run all the way back to the house at the friggin' speed of light. It was my skin? Yeah. I looked down at myself. I wondered if I had been possessed or if worse, the thing had cut off my skin and wore it as a coat. Ooh. I shuddered at the thought of something crawling around in my skin. I asked Michael if he was alright. The thing talked to me. I asked about what. He didn't respond. I realized he was sobbing. The car jolted into motion. Darren fist pumped As the car started accelerating, I turned back towards the cabin and saw the albino thing standing on the roof of the house watching us. I shuddered and turned back. Celeste screamed. "Oh dear! Ugh!" The thing was in front of the car, on the windshield. It opened its mouth and tongued face slithered out. Celeste fired the shotgun into the windshield. GG. The gun shattered and it was thrown backwards. Darren shrieked and I saw blood coming from his face. Something pierced my face, and I realized it was glass. The car skidded to a stop. The car doors opened without any discernible reason. I fell out. The thing lay directly across from me, eyes closed as if it was sleeping. I wish I could close my eyes. Its mouth hung open and I saw myself again, emerging. Eeh! Oh! Okay. That's a little disconcerting. I didn't move or say anything because I couldn't. My face looked at me and started to talk. I love you. I love you. I love you. I want to be you. I repeated over and over again. It was coming close to me. I wonder if it was going to bite me to death. The thing's eyes shot open and I realized it was going to kiss me. Give me some sugar, honey. I managed to regain some control and instinctively twisted back from it. I guess that was what saved me. Ah! There was a sound like an explosion and blood spouted from the thing. Celeste was standing over it. Her body and her face and body were bleeding, and she had this spaced-out, psychopathic look in her eyes. She had just fired the shotgun. My face looked directly at me. I am you. It whispered. Duh! She fired again, and I saw my own face begin rotting to nothing more than a skeleton in front of me. The thing's head flowered open. That's the best word I could find to describe it. Its head kind of split and split again, peeling away. I saw faces. Lots of them. All on the inside of its head. I think I saw Celeste and Michael's faces. They were whispering something unintelligible. Whoa, what is that? What is that? In the center, where their brains should be, there was a single red cat-like eye that was rotating in its socket. It was producing the mechanical droning sound. Celeste fired one last time. The thing sort of withered away, becoming wrinkled and smaller and rotten until it disappeared. What the hell was that? Celeste dropped the shotgun. I started twitching and spazzing as control of my body returned to me. Eventually I stood up. We got into the car silently. Darren was bleeding too, but no one said anything. We drove back to the city in silence. We explained away the damaged car as being attacked by some crazy thieves. We had ourselves patched up. Michael was still in a shock-like state. I hear it was like that for a while. When I asked him what he thought of the incident later, he denied it ever happened, with compelling conviction. His eyes looked dead and he had lost weight. Ooh. Traumatized much. I don't know if he forced himself not to remember, or if he genuinely knows nothing of it. I know what I saw, but I can't remember the exact place. You're not actually gonna go back, huh? It has been 2 months now. We still refrain from talking about it. If you were expecting some huge twist or something, you'd be disappointed. I still don't know what we met out there. I don't know what to know actually. I still have nightmares about my own face, shouting, I am you. One thing I know, though, I'm never going camping ever again. Amen to that. End. If I hold down Shift or Z, it goes by faster. Okay, that was really short, but I guess it was a little too short for. And just like that, it ended. Okay, so I guess my ending thoughts on that. It's got really nice atmosphere, and I guess the storyline was alright. Maybe there could be a sequel, maybe elaborating more on what had happened with that. I guess that thing is called a skinwalker, but I don't know. I guess it's a nice short game. So yeah, download link to that will be in the description box if you guys want to try it out for yourself. I don't know. Maybe when they all went out to go search, when they all went out to go finding refuge in that cabin, maybe you could have gone to that lake because I know there was that other path. So yeah, give the game a try if you guys want to. Download link will be in the description box. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording here. Thanks for watching, guys. Laters.